Welcome to Dmexco 2015, and as the second day draws to a close at this event, I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by one of the men behind it, Muche. Thank you so much for joining us here at the M&M Global booth.
Thanks for the invitation.
Huge couple of days for you. How's it gone?
I mean, you know, we are just announcing the final number of attendees in a few minutes, and I don't know if my colleague already mentioned this, but...
We might have had a sneak preview, yes.
All right, exactly. So we definitely had plenty of more people here on site, which is great, and the other good thing is, you know, they're coming from all international markets. As you know, we started as a more European-focused event in the first step, but now after a couple of years, it's definitely a global event. It became a global event. We have a strong presence from across Europe, from the US market, and more as well as from the Asian markets. Yeah. For the very first time, we had African brands here on stage and taking part, which is a great success, I think.
Yeah. And I guess that's where the growth can come from, because it's, you know, it's already probably the biggest European event of its kind, but then the people coming from, the number of Americans here has been quite significant, I
Exactly,
think.
so far as we know, I think we had 1,500 or 1,600 registrations from the US market.
Yeah.
You know, it's quite impressive, and but you know, the driver is the combination of exposition and conference. You know, the conference is a high-level thing. You know, we are presenting more than 500 speakers on 6 stages, which comes up with more than 200 of hours of programming, you know, and content, which is a lot for just 2 days. Yeah. So therefore, I totally understand, you know, that people are extremely busy, and it might sometimes it's difficult to decide, you know, to go into a meeting or to agree on a meeting in the expo, or to visit somebody in the expo, which is also a fantastic thing, or instead of going into the conference. I mean, looking around, and I had a chance today, a bit more than yesterday, and look around, you know, what the big and also the smaller brands are building up here, physically building up. This is still impressive, the most impressive thing for me. Yeah. My background is I worked for AOL, I worked for Yahoo for a while, you know, I'm not coming from that trade fair business, so therefore I'm looking for the content part, for the conference part. But this is still the impressive thing, you know, we are still talking about, you know, some kind of virtual products. You know, we are not presenting like at CES or other events hardware. Yeah. None of these brands are producing their new smartphone or laptop or whatever. And then investing so much resources and of course money as well, you know, into a physical presence for 2 days. This is a huge commitment of the industry into such an event. But it pays off because this is somehow the core value of the Dmexco, and a good reason to come from all over the world.
Yeah, and look, the success of the industry, and you know, advertising technology and digital marketing is kind of plain for all to see with the number of exhibitors here, the number of speakers. Do you think it's and the kind of the growth curve has sort of been like that? How long can we keep going like that for?
It depends on if you talk about the growth of, you know, the exposition in terms of number of exhibitors, or the attendees. I mean, I think there's still some room, some space, for 2 simple reasons. First of all, we haven't reached every market yet. Yeah. This is one good reason, and the other one is, as you know, our industry. Just think about the edtech industry. I mean, 6 years ago or 7 years ago, when we launched Dmexco for the first time, this wasn't a major part. Now it's a crucial part, despite the consolidation process, which is normal, and it will go on and will be increased. But every week, every day, new brands are coming up. You know, we have so many startups in our business. And I missed a third reason. There's a third reason. I would say the Internet of Things, which we describe as the Internet of Marketing Things. We had a session yesterday. The consequences out of this technology revolution and the digital transformation of our whole life, this provides us huge opportunities. What it means for marketing, for media, for the consumer communication as a next step. You know, presenting BMW and the new car, connected car, and you know, this is not just about the product itself. Yes, it's a nice car, but you know, why we're doing this, all the features, the new features inside, allows the advertising industry, to address individual consumers, not just at home or at work. So that's the next step, and this provides us plenty of new content, but also plenty of new brands. BMW wouldn't be here 6 years ago, and in the next step it might be Philips, it might be Samsung, it might be, there are a bunch of consumer brands who are able to connect with our industry.
And a vibrant industry is a vibrant Dmexco. So,
absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and congratulations on a huge event and a wonderful event, and hopefully we look forward to seeing you next year.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
very
sure,
much.
The invite is on, and thanks for coming along. Thank you very much.
Thank you.